Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy HD MMA back at it again with another video. Today, we are going over my picks and predictions for UFC London. Marvsar Evloev versus Laurent fucking Amadeus Laurent Murphy, bruv. Laurent Murphy, bruv. Headshot dead, bruv. You see me peek up, bruv. Headshot dead, bruv. I'm going over my full card picks for this event. With every fight starting off with the first fight on the prelims all the way up to the main event. Overall, I think this is a pretty good card. I think and there's going to be a good ability to produce some big finishes, big moments in this card. Not that much hype, but it is still like sneaky good. There are some sneaky good guys on this card. There's COD on the card. There's Luke Riley on the card. I think there's fucking Trockley's on the card. He's gonna get fucking smoked. Austin Lane's on the card. He's gonna get smoked. Who else? Fucking, I don't know who else. And the rest are fucking nobody. Let's go. All right, let's start this shit off. Starting off with this first fight, it is going to be fucking let me get my bearings. It's gonna be Melissa Mullins versus Luana Carolina. I'm going with Luana Carolina in this one, by unanimous decision. I don't think Melissa Mullins is all that good. First off, she's looking like she looks like the fucking like the Chick-fil-A sauce girl in her fucking fighter silhouette. Second off, I don't think she has all that really good of skill. She's not really that good anywhere. She's beaten like girls, like low level girls with her grappling and stuff. She has gotten chinned in her only loss in the UFC, and overall she's like very mid. I think she's 2-2 in the UFC at this point. I think she's also coming off a loss as well, and I think a girl like Luana Carolina, who has power in the hands, I think she can defend the grappling of Mullins when it goes there. And I think she's way better on the feet, or at least she has way better ability to hurt Melissa Mullins than Melissa Mullins has the ability to hurt Carolina on the feet. And I think it's going to be a crafty little sort of fraud check performance. I know Melissa Mullins, jeez, my watch. Melissa Mullins, she's rising in the UFC, and Juana Carolina has been she's been here for a minute. She lost her most recent fight to Michelle Montague. She hurt Montague in that fight, but Montague does get hurt in every fight. Holy indigestion. And she didn't get submitted by Montague. She survived on the ground with Montague, and I think that's a feather in the cap, and I think that's a early telltale sign that Mullins over here is not going to be able to A, get the grappling off, or B, get dominant position reliably enough, or even at all, to really effectuate some kind of a meaningful offense for herself. So I see Luana Carolina over here, over the course of the fight, landing the more powerful shots, defending the takedowns, even probably controlling some of the grappling exchanges as well in this fight, and overall just being the better, the more dangerous, more technical fighter in this one. So going with Luana Carolina in this one. Moving on, we got Chanel Dyer versus Ravina Oliveira. I'm going with Ravina Oliveira in this one. Dyer, she literally lost her fucking Contender Series fight and somehow is still here. Maybe she like appeals to the African American female base that's in the UK. I don't know why she's even in the UFC if she lost her Contender Series fight. Maybe she's I don't know if she's like stepping in on like short notice or whatever, or like Rivera's original opponent pulled out or whatever the fuck. But I'm going with Oliveira here. She's had more experience in the UFC. I think they're both overall just shit, but Oliveira, she has more experience in the UFC, more wins. Had some moments against the last girl she fought, even though she lost to her. She made it competitive, I think, in the second round, I believe. So yeah, I pick her to be the better, more UFC level WMMA fighter. And that's really all I have to say about that. Moving on, we got Shamrock versus Abdul Karim Al Sawadi. I'm going with Shem in this one. You're watching the Shem show. I'm going with Shem in this one. By I think a third round TKO. Abdul Karim here. He is very chinny. He did lose his UFC debut to some Tajikistani guy. Got chinned in that fight. Got dropped. Was skirting around all across the back foot. I do think Karim, he has like good movement to make it tricky for Shem to track him down and really amount some good offense. And also Shem, I don't know if it was just his UFC debut. He did go up against a really good guy, really good undefeated guy. In what was his name, Nurul Aliyev. But Shem is a slow starter, and he does like kind of stand in front of you and stand in the center. And I do think the movement of Kareem is going to be a problem, especially with the takedowns of Kareem. But I think Shem can defend the grappling of Kareem Al Sawadi, and eventually find his chin with like a long kick or in an exchange, in a boxing exchange, and hurt Kareem and finish him late in the fight as the fight goes on. Shem does improve his like output and his ability to land shots as the fight goes on. So I see that happening in this fight. Moving on, we got Louis Sutherland. Oh my fucking days, Louis Sutherland. We got Louis Sutherland versus Brando Pericic. I'm going with Brando Pericic in this one. I think he's the way more well-rounded fighter. He's good on the feet, and he has good skills on the ground, good throws. I think he can take down Sutherland and get dominant position and just ground and pound TKO him, or like make Sutherland give up his back and be able to submit Sutherland. I think Sutherland, he's just a big refrigerator-built power merchant. And I think a guy like Pericic, who does have a height and reach advantage in this one, can get technical, take down Sutherland, and beat him up on the ground. We saw Sutherland in his debut against Walter Walker get taken down pretty easily. Well, it is a Walter Walker, and Walter Walker's good. I think Pericic here can do the same and do something similar against Sutherland. So yeah, I think I say round 1 TKO due to ground and pound by Pericic. Moving on, we got Mantis Kondrativicius versus Antonio Trocoli. I'm so fucking glad I said his name. I'm so glad I said his name right. I practiced that shit literally like fucking for like a minute straight saying this guy's name, so I don't fuck it up on when I hit record. But yeah, I'm going with Kondrativicius. This one, Antonio Trocoli cannot be trusted with his own life, with his whole fucking family's life on the line, to win a mixed martial arts fight in the UFC. It just cannot be done. This opponent would literally have to have no arms or legs and have the IQ level of a fucking ungrown strawberry to be able for him to win any sort of fight in the UFC. So yeah, I'm going with Kondrativicius. This one, brutal round 1 KO, walks him down, just whoops the ass of Trocoli, fucking smacks the tattoos off this guy. and finishes him brutally. So yeah, not much to say about that. Moving on, we got Mario Pinto versus Felipe Franco. I'm going with Mario Pinto in this one. Again, Mario Pinto is very well-rounded, very good everywhere, has good striking, good power in his hands, and also has very good skills on the ground. Coming off a win off of dominating Hanato Denise. I think that was his name. Dominated him on the ground. Got down in a position, grounded pounded him to a TKO win. And I think Felipe Franco, who does go to the grappling in a lot of his fights, he is the one to like initiate the grappling. I think I think Franco gasses out in his fights a lot. He's coming, I think he was a 205er, and he's coming up from a light heavyweight. But I think Pinto, although that might involve some lighter man skill, I think Pinto, who is extremely good outright, is not just like a heavyweight power merchant standing around stationary blob kind of guy. I think he can use his significant size advantage to win the grappling exchanges, and also be able to land cleaner shots on the feet than Franco. And Franco, he literally lost his Contender Series debut from like being exhausted and being and not being able to like fucking properly shoot a takedown due to him gassing out. And I think Pinto can take advantage of that gas tank disadvantage, drag the fight on later into the later rounds, and take it and be able to win the grappling exchanges and get like a ground and pound TKO, or maybe even like submit him. So yeah, I'm going with Mario Pinto in this one by like a either second or third round TKO by ground and pound. Moving on, we got Nathaniel. Oh my fucking days, Nathaniel Wood. I've woken up my whole family for this. I spat on me fucking baked beans when I saw this fight be announced. Nathaniel fucking Wood. Oh my days. Oh my fucking days. Yeah, I'm going with we got fucking first off, we got Nathaniel Wood versus Lucine Kita. I'm not gonna lie, I'm going with Nathaniel Wood to fraud check Lucine Kita. Kita, he is like, I think he is at the end of the day like a power regional scene merchant where he kind of only looks good on regionals, and I think he's gonna get smacked up in his UFC debut here and get like kind of exposed. Kita, he has very bad like boxing form. He does like kind of rely on his power to be able to like hurt guys. He isn't really that good of a striker in general. He is very low output as well. And against a guy like a Nathaniel Wood, who is very technical, very grizzled, very crafty, who is probably the definition of a crafty vet, is gonna see the openings on Kita, be able to weather the storm, be able to fucking download the data, and in the later rounds be able to drag the fight on and let Lucine Kita gas out and expose the openings in the technical striking, and also be able to, I think, out grapple Kita as well. If Nathaniel Wood wants to do that, I think he can mix in the takedowns early, be able to shoot under the wild sort of striking of Lucine Kita, and drag the fight on into the later rounds and expose the striking and be able to win like I would say unanimous decision. Being the more technical fighter, mixing in the takedowns and getting the and piecing him up later into the fight. So yeah, I'm going with fucking Nathaniel Wood. He's probably a big underdog as well. I haven't looked at the odds, but I would assume Wood is a big underdog, as Kita is he's very hyped up. He's on a lot of people's radars. It's a good prospect, and I think anyone can pull off a crafty vet underdog performance, fraud check kind of thing. So yeah, and that was I think that's the top. No, it's not the top of the prelims. But moving on to the headliner of the prelims, we got Mason Jones versus Alex Sola. First off, I want to know who the other 10 people Alex Sola beat to be fucking undefeated 11-0 in his record, because he has looked like absolute dog shit in all of the fights I've watched of him. And I'm gonna be honest, in his fucking Reese McKee fight for his debut, I was wondering why fucking McKee wasn't able to just fraud check him and be able to fucking smack him up and TKO him. Sola legitimately looked like he was just there to be fucked up, and Reese McKee just wasn't able to do that. And I think Mason Jones is gonna be the guy to fraud check and take the O, snatch the O off of this fraud Axel Sola. Jones, he's pretty much a grizzled vet in the UFC. He had a stint, got kicked, didn't really perform like he should have. Got back into the UFC. I think he's on a win streak. He's coming off a win off of Balazs Yoki, where he like weathered the storm and was able to take Aoki down and beat him up and basically win the conditioning battle and the grappling battle against Aoki. And I think he can do the same against Sola, who is very like goofy. I know he's a tall lightweight. He's 6'2" at lightweight, but he's very goofy. Very like hittable as well. I think he gets hit a lot, and I think Mason Jones can put it on him with the striking, with the grappling. I think he's more technical, has more power, more finishing ability in the hands as well, and I think he can be able to look past the bullshit of Axel Sola and put it on him with some mustard in the striking, be able to hurt Axel Sola as well, take him down, and probably like round and pound him, or at least or as well sub him. I think that's a possibility in this fight as well. So I got Mason Jones by what I say, round 2 KO. I think he can chin Axel Sola, make him like try and take him down, make him guess, and put a bomb on him, like put a big right hand on him. I think is gonna be the way for Mason Jones in this fight. So yeah, and that was the headliner of the prelims. Moving on to the first fight of the main card, we got Curtis Campbell. Oh my days, Curtis fucking Campbell. Oh my days, Bloody Blinky. Project Bloody Blinky. We got Curtis Campbell versus Danny Silva. I'm going with Curtis Campbell in this one. Danny Silva, he's just kind of like a big featherweight, but doesn't really have any finishing ability. He doesn't really have any redeeming qualities that really jump out and say like this guy's dangerous or this guy's a problem. He's kind of just there, just kind of good striking, kind of good wrestling. Doesn't really do much of anything at all. He's a big featherweight, but that's really just it. I think Curtis Campbell is gonna have a field day with this guy. Be able to pick shots. Campbell, he has very good grappling as well. I think he can out grapple Silva, outstrike Silva, and just make it really tough for Silva and make it really fucking really a bad night for him. So yeah, I'm going with Curtis Campbell by a round 2 sub. I think he can take down Silva and submit him. After like picking good shots on the feet, time a takedown on him, get Silva to the ground and get the back and probably submit him with like a rear naked or something like that. Yeah. Moving on, we got. I'm looking forward to this one. I think this is out of the most. I'm looking forward to this one the most out of probably like the main event in the co-main. Moving on, we got Roman Dolidze versus Christian Leroy Duncan. I'm going with COD to dust up Roman Dolidze in, I would say, 2 rounds. Inside of 2 rounds, I think 2 rounds is more than enough time for COD to fuck up Roman Dolidze on the feet. Dolidze, he has like a very fluky, sort of kind of fluky, dangerous skill set. He has good power in the hands, or fluky power in the hands, and he also has very fluky, sneaky like submission game. I think COD has the wherewithal to be able to defend all of the fluky submission game. He survived on the ground with Gregory Rodriguez, and Roman Dolidze doesn't really have the takedown offense game of Gregory Rodriguez to be able to like reliably take down a guy like Christian Leroy Duncan. So on the feet, that kind of leaves him as a fucking sort of sitting duck on the feet. And on the feet, I think COD is leagues and leagues and leagues above Roman Dolidze. I think he's gonna find the shots well, piece up Roman Dolidze, do spinning attacks on him, land big combos on him, really just piece him up and make him look like a fool on the feet. And eventually, I think in the second round, after he's sliced up Dolidze with like elbows, sliced him up with not sliced him up, but like battered him with like hooks and straights and uppercuts. I think he can find the finish in the second round after he's battered up Dolidze in the first and put him away. So yeah, I'm going with COD destruction over 2 rounds. Smacks him up on the feet and pastes him out. And I was saying like the midway point of the second round. So yeah. Moving on, we got Iwo Baranowski versus Austin Lane. I'm going with Baranowski in this one. Austin Lane as well. He is the Antonio Trocoli of like the heavier of like of heavyweight, and kind of like light heavyweight as well, because he's moving down for this fight, which is like the most retarded decision I've ever seen. He's been getting constantly chinned at heavyweight, so he goes to move down to light heavyweight, where the guys are faster and more technical. I think Iwo is gonna fucking chin him beyond belief in this fight. Iwo Baranowski, he's very, very dangerous. Goes for the finish. Very fucking very heavy on the gas. Like we seen in his last fight against Ibo Aslan. And I think Ibo Aslan is, although he's shit, I think he's better than fucking Austin Lane. Austin Lane is absolutely just not, he's not UFC level at all. He's there to be hit, there to be blitzed. He's there to be fucking just smacked up, and I think Iwo Baranowski is gonna do exactly that in this fight. Force an exchange and just chin Austin Lane whenever he gets close. So yeah, not that much to say about it. Moving on, we got, I think this is the featured fight of the night. We got Michael Venom Page versus Sam Patterson. I'm going with Sam Patterson. No, I'm not going with Sam Patterson. What the fuck? I'm going with MVP in this one by a unanimous decision. MVP, he has a very good ability to condense fights into like 5 or 6 moments. He has a very good ability to do that, and I think he can do that against a guy like Sam Patterson, who is like a rising prospect. He has some decent striking and grappling, but I don't think he's on the level of striking to where he can force MVP to exchange with him. And in the grappling, I don't think he's on the level to like control MVP on the ground and kind of like sort of dominate him on the ground like that. I think MVP is gonna come out with his karate stance, blitz in and out at range, dance around at range, make Simon Patterson sort of look like a fool out there, emote him on him as well, dance on him, fucking, and just blitz on him with like the right hand, make him come in with that, make Sam Patterson like sort of very like weary of it, and just sort of win the fight off being the faster fighter, keeping the distance, keeping Sam Patterson at his range to where he can blitz in and out at him, defend the grappling as well, and yeah, just MVP it up to a unanimous decision. Moving on, we got the co-main event. It is Luke Riley versus Michael Aswell. I'm going with Luke Riley in this one by a round 2 KO. Luke Riley looked very good in his debut against Bogdan Grad, and Bogdan Grad beat Michael Aswell as well, so that's pretty much all you need to know. But this is not the MMA Math channel, so I'm going to break this down. I think Michael Aswell, he is like a volume striker. He's not really that big for featherweight, and he doesn't really have that good of like that good of reach or that like kind of physicality and sort of technical ability on the feet to like really implement it that well. So I think Luke Riley is going to be the more powerful fighter in there. I think he's going to land the more powerful shots over the course of the fight. I think in the like early in the first, maybe Michael Aswell can sort of pressure Riley back and get on him and land some volume strikes and combinations early in the first. But I think as the fight goes on, Riley's going to be able to survive that and find the timing and find his shots and be able to chin Michael Aswell as when he finds those shots. So yeah, and Michael Aswell, he also lost to Yadier Davao, who was shit, as we've seen. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a clear Luke Riley win. Chins him with like I think in an exchange with like a right hand or a left hook. Really kind of whatever Riley wants to do on the feet, I think he can do to Aswell. Look at the fucking Riley, lad, bottom lad, smash him, lad. Yeah. Anyway, moving on, we got the main event. It is Movsar Evloev versus Lerone Murphy. I really wanted to go Murphy in this one, man. I really do. I really did. I'm going with Evloev in this one, man. Here's the thing. Murphy, he gets taken down way too much. Like, when you really look at his fights, he gets taken down a lot in his fights. And very kind of easily as well. He does get back up. He sort of relies on guys to like take him down. He does get back up a lot. But he gets taken down too much. And it's good when you're fighting guys like fucking Aaron Pico and fucking Josh Emmett or whatever. I think you can fucking let that happen when you're fighting a guy like Movsar, who that's all he fucking does, and would just try for the entire fight to do that. And when he does that, he's very good at keeping guys there. And if you don't have like a good submission threat or submission game to threaten him from keeping the positions and being able to like cause some sort of damage on him or like make him worry about like getting caught in a submission, he is just gonna keep you there. And I don't think Lerone Murphy has the jiu-jitsu threat to be able to threaten submissions or roll for legs or go for like chokes or do something like that to be able to threaten Movsar and make him weary of that sort of aspect of the game. So I think fucking Movsar has way too good of a controllability to be able to like not be able to keep Murphy down. So yeah, I think it's just gonna be a fucking boring smudge fest. And I also don't think Lerone Murphy, I'm not gonna rely on his ability to be able to catch guys with like catch Movzar with like a knee coming in or like an elbow coming in as Movzar sort of steps into range. I think fucking Movzar is gonna be kind of sort of way too weary of those sort of powerful exchanges and be able to like slowly but surely get himself into the range where he wants to and be able and sort of be comfortable to shoot. And I think he can do that against Lerone Murphy, who does like sort of who is content with being at the center or just backing up to like the fucking black line on the cage. That's what he kind of does. He doesn't really like come forward and rush guys. Will just sort of wait around on the back foot and be there. And I think that's sort of giving Evloev what he wants already. You're kind of doing the work for him, and I think Evloev is going to take advantage of that, take down Murphy, control him. I think fucking Evloev, he's also very smart with his ground and pound output. He will, like, if he notices he's down and he's not doing enough, he will, as soon as he takes you down, he will just like wail on guys with ground and pound to get his strike count up. And I think he's gonna be able to do that against Murphy. Just as soon as you get him down in the position you want him, just wail on him with ground and pound shots. As well. So yeah, those are my picks for the fucking entire card. I got Murphy by I got fucking Evloev by decision. I don't think I said that in my explanation. I got Evloev by decision. Luke Riley by fucking round 2 KO. Page by unanimous decision. Baranowski by round 1 KO. CLD by round 2 KO. Curtis Campbell by round 2 sub. Mason Jones by round 2 KO. Nathaniel Wood by unanimous decision. Mario Pinto by round 2 TKO. Mantis Kontradovicius by round 1 KO. Brando Pericic by round I think I said 1 TKO. Yeah, round 1 TKO. Shamrock by unanimous decision. Oliveira by unanimous decision. And Carolina by unanimous decision. So yeah, those are my picks for UFC London fight night. Fucking Movzar Evloev, Lerone Murphy. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I think this is my shortest prediction video yet. As well. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, sub. I will be doing a fight companion for this one as well. So make sure to stay tuned for that. I think I'm gonna pop in on when the main card's happening. I'm gonna pop in and start streaming then. So be sure to stay tuned for that. Hit the bell to make sure you don't miss that. And I'll also be posting a reaction and breakdown when this card is over. So make sure to sub up for that as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.